Hi everyone. So I just wanted to do a review today. I've been following the artwork of Carol Herzer. Now you may not have heard of Carol. If you are interested in tarot and you're quite a collector, then you may have come across her work. She's an artist that lives in New York. And many years ago, she basically reworked the Rider-Waite Tarot deck, which is one of the kind of original decks that's renowned today and used by so many because the pictures are so iconic. So she reworked it in a way to illuminate the images and to bring light into the deck. Now with the Rider-Waite Tarot, it's very much of its time, so the images are instantly recognisable, but you know, obviously when that deck was published, the images had to be quite obvious because of course the world in which existed at that time, people couldn't read or write, so the images needed to be obvious so they could interpret the meaning. And so Carol's work is just beautiful. So her original tarot deck was called the Illuminated Tarot. So she basically reworked the Rider-Waite images by adding, you know, colour and energy to the deck, and the result was just incredible. So her original tarot deck that she created was called the Illuminated Tarot, and I do have a set of those on order. However, I've actually received another deck from her called the Starlight Illuminated Tarot. So it's the Starlight version, and oh my goodness, it is just absolutely stunningly beautiful. I feel really honoured to own such a deck. The artwork is just mesmerising, and the energy, as soon as I opened the package, it was just like wow. I have so much love and affection for the Rider-Waite Tarot deck because it was one of the first decks I ever owned, and you can see from my box as well how well used and how well loved it is because of all the kind of worn corners of the box. So to get a revised version with beautiful, stunning imagery is just incredible, and I think that's where Carol's gift lies really. She has a unique ability to raise the vibration through her art and bring so much light to a deck which is quite kind of earthy and dense. So I'm going to give you a little look at the deck. So she also hand makes the tarot bags they come in. So you can see the fabric here is just beautiful. So she chooses a card to stick on the front of the pouch that they come in, and she chose the Hermit for me. And it's just a stunning card, you can see from the artwork there. And then as a little bonus, she's given me a couple of cards from different editions of decks she's produced. So there's this lovely image of the Empress here. So beautiful. And the back as well. I think this might be the original Illuminated Tarot, possibly, but with borders. So she produces decks with borders and borderless decks as well. So the deck that I have on order, the Illuminated Tarot, and the one I'm going to show you today are borderless. And then this card she's given me as a bonus as well. It's the Hermit, but look at the glitter detail in this card. It's just stunning. I'm just so in love with it. It feels like 3D because of the glitter detail. And look at the back as well. It's really glittery. And I think this might be, so she does glitter version decks as well, which are very expensive. But if you're a collector of tarot and you want something completely unique, then you might be interested in one of her glitter decks. They're much more rare. And this one I think's a glitter example of the rainbow version she does. So the rainbow version has got borders round all of the cards, but in different colours depending on the suit. So they're beautiful as well. But I've just been drawn to the original Illuminated Tarot, and then when I saw the Starlight, it was just like I couldn't pick between the two, so I had to order both. And I'm so pleased with this deck, the Starlight version. I just love the fabric of this bag as well. The fact that she hand makes these is just so special. And I love the image of the Hermit as well. I think it might be my favourite card in this particular deck. So I'm going to just show you the cards. So there's this lovely cover here, Starlight Illuminated Tarot by Herzer. And then she signed it as well, signed and dated the backs. So the backs for this version all have this beautiful starry pattern, but for the Illuminated Tarot, I think you're able to choose from a variety of different backs. Carol will email you to give you a choice. So the Starlight version is standard backs for these with this starry pattern, but I think they're beautiful, and they're all laminated, so I feel like they'll be very long lasting. And because Carol is self-published, you know, she handcrafts everything, so these will all be hand cut. So they're so beautiful, the cards. I feel like the quality is very good and very glossy finish as well, as you can see here. So just to give you an idea in relation to the Rider-Waite deck, you can see the size difference here. So if I put that on top, it's just a little bit bigger than your Rider-Waite Tarot. So this is the large size, I believe, but she also produces her decks in medium and small as well. And I think with some decks she does extra large, but she's got such a range of different decks, but you do have to email her directly to inquire, because you can't, I don't believe you can source her decks anywhere other than directly from her, unless of course somebody was selling a deck of hers privately. That's how I got in touch with her, so I emailed her. So I'm just going to go through the deck and show you the images so you can have a look. But I'm just blown away. So 5 of Swords here. They're just so dreamlike, the cards. 7 of Swords. 5 of Cups. So the 5 of Cups is traditionally quite a sad card, but even with this version it just feels like it's completely lifted. The energy is like light and it gives you hope. And the 3 of Swords as well is obviously a card traditionally of heartbreak, and I don't feel sad when I see this version. I feel like, again, there's just so much light. 4 of Swords. So for people that aren't familiar with the names of the tarot cards from sight, Ace of Cups, oh, I love that one. Really, really love that one. So if you're not familiar with the tarot just by the images, and you do need the names of the cards on them, then you can order the bordered deck. and then that way you'll get the names. Although I don't think on the Starlight version she does put the names of the cards on. 2 of Cups here. So, but I do believe on the original Illuminated Tarot, I'll show you when those come as well, you do get the names on the ones with the borders. 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. You see all the kind of use of the stars, so like a real cosmic feel. So that's the Page of Wands. The Wish card, the 9 of Cups. Two of Swords. So you see with the sword suit, traditionally they're cards of challenge. So you know, when you get a bump in the road or difficulties in life, these are represented by the suit of swords, Ace of Swords there. But the swords feel like they're full of light as well. They don't feel like they've got that kind of challenging energy. 9 of Pentacles, card of luxury there. The 8 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Pentacles. So these have been shuffled lots already. 2 of Pentacles there. So they're not in order. Nine of Wands. 8 of Swords. 9 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Now this is normally the card of ruin with the 10 of Swords, so a card of endings. And with the traditional Rider-Waite, let's see if I can find the image just to compare. But it's one of those cards that if you aren't really familiar with the meanings of the tarot, you can be a little bit shocked when you see the image. But just like looking at the two, it's just incredible. Like you don't feel that it's such a shock seeing that card in this version, because it's just so beautiful. And it kind of, it's that emphasis on hope after a really difficult time. So here we go, this is the original, so it's quite dark. And then this is Carol's version. I mean, her interpretation is just so stunning, isn't it? And you can automatically feel the difference just by looking at them. You know, the difference in the original deck to her version, just the vibration is so high. And you know, you do pay quite a bit of money for one of Carol's decks, but you know, I see it as an investment because she is an artist and visionary. Wow, this is Judgment, look at this. I feel like you're paying for 78 miniature versions of works of art. So if you're very much somebody similar to myself who loves the artwork on cards, and that's partly why you collect, because you've got an appreciation of art, then I just wouldn't hesitate in treating yourself to a deck from Carol. The World, love this one as well. So, just so happy. King of Wands. I just feel really excited to own such a deck. The Lovers. Look at that. Just beautiful. So stunning. The Chariot. You can see the real use of blues though, can't you, in the cards? But there's so many different options when you go on a page. It's impossible to choose, to be honest. Strength. I love this one because of all the rainbow energy coming from this. Just stunning. You'll see all of the different decks and it will just be impossible to choose because you'll love them all. Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Oh, I love this one, the Ten of Cups. It's one of my favourite tarot cards anyway. But I just particularly love this version. Again, all the rainbow colours and the light. Just feel the joy from this card. The Moon. Oh, the Star. So that's the cover of the deck. It's a beautiful card. I really love this one. The thing is as well, I'm doing this video to show you the images, and honestly, actually holding the deck in your hands is just really quite something. Justice. You know, you can see that they're beautiful, but when you actually hold them in your hand and you just feel the energy, oh my goodness, this is my favourite. Oh, the Hermit. I literally wanted to leap out of my hand then. Oh my goodness, look at the colours. Just stunning. I really, really love it. So beautiful. The King of Cups. The Hierophant. The Emperor. Oh, the Empress. Oh, see, that's another one of my favourites. And I'll just show you the one that she gave me as a bonus in comparison so you can see. So see that the artwork is different. So I think this is the original Illuminated tarot, and then the Starlight just brings even more kind of starry artwork in there. And obviously you can see the difference between those with a border and then the borderless. Again, it's down to personal preference. I prefer the borderless because I just think it's just such beautiful, vibrant art that I don't even feel like you need the border. But some people prefer the border because it makes it pop. But again, just entirely up to you, whatever you feel drawn to, really. I must admit, I'm really tempted by the glitter decks. Oh my goodness, the High Priestess, another one I absolutely love. Really, really love this so much. Oh, Magician. I really love that one as well. Oh my goodness, there's so many that I just really love. I feel very, very excited about this deck. I can't tell you how happy and overjoyed I am to own it, the Fool. And because, you know, it's somebody's piece of art, you can feel the love and dedication and devotion to the task. It's just, I can really feel that energy in the cards. Seven of Wands. I love the artwork in the background on this one as well, the swirling pattern in the background. Two of Wands. Ace of Wands. So, you know, if you are interested in checking out Carol's work, Knight of Cups, then go and visit her website. So it's Carol and the surname is Herzer, Herzer. Knight of Swords. So she does various other decks as well, so it's not just these. Knight of Pentacles. She's got chakra based decks as well, other tarot decks. Knight of Wands there as well. So not all of her decks are the 78 cards, some are smaller decks. Page of Cups. So they contain less cards, but obviously the symbolism is strong in the cards. Eight of Cups. I love that one. Seven of Cups. Ah, the Sun. Look at the sun, the detail as well on it. Ten of Pentacles. Temperance. So when I see this card, I think of myself because it's Sagittarius, the Archer. Ah, the Six of Cups. So this is what I love about the Rider-Waite images, is that you instantly recognise the card straight away. So Page of Pentacles there. Because the imagery is so obvious. Six of Swords. So if you are new to working with tarot, then I'd recommend the Rider-Waite just as like a beginner's deck. Three of Wands. And you might think, well, there's no words on the cards, but the thing is, once you familiarise yourself with the cards, Four of Wands, and if you want to look at the guidebook as well, the meanings are quite obvious. Five of Wands. Six of Wands, the Victory card. So yes, that's why I'd recommend Rider-Waite as a beginner's deck. Eight of Wands, the Good News card. Because the images are just so clear. The Tower. See, so let me find you, so again, the Tower in the Rider-Waite is one of those other cards that can almost bring a bit of fear to people, because again, if you don't understand the meaning of the cards, then it can be quite, you know, shocking energy. And obviously the Tower means change, transformation, and it's radical change and transformation. It's normally kind of a blessing in disguise, or an event that comes out of the blue that you weren't expecting. And life being forever changed, but it's realignment. So it can sometimes be a relief when you see the Tower, because you know it's a card of renewal. Let me find it. It would be down at the bottom of the pack. But yes, so that's the original Rider-Waite. See, that's the thing as well with the original Rider-Waite, that you do get the names of the cards on them as well. So for a beginner, it's really useful. And you've got the numbers as well. If you find Roman numerals difficult though, that might be a bit challenging, but can you see the difference here? So just, it's like dreamlike, the artwork, and it just feels so much softer and lighter, and you know, it just feels like a really magical version of the card. Whereas if you see that, it feels quite dense. And I will do this with other cards that come up as well that I think, you know, oh, see, this is another one. So this is the Devil. And again, the Devil can be quite an alarming card when it comes up, but it doesn't mean anything sinister. The Devil is all about, actually it can mean unbreakable bonds, so it can actually be a symbol for marriage, but it's normally about feeling kind of restricted in some way or shackled to a situation or a person, or feeling trapped and wanting to break free. And it can be just kind of a mental block within you, the fact that you've got the illusion that you're stuck and you're unable to break away. It's also a card of materialism as well, so focusing too much on the material aspects of life and possessions. It's also a card of lust as well, so it can symbolise a passionate love affair, maybe clandestine love affair. So the Devil card is actually quite positive, really. It's not what people think it is. Let me show you the card from the original Rider-Waite, and you'll see the difference as well with this one. I mean, I love the Rider-Waite. I've always loved it so much because it's one of the first tarot decks I ever worked with, and it helped me kind of understand the meanings of the cards. Can you see the difference there with these as well? So automatically it just feels so much more like uplifting compared to this, which is quite dark. So for anybody starting out with tarot, then you have to own Rider-Waite, Page of Swords. But there are so many amazing tarot decks out there now. You're kind of spoiled for choice, really. Queen of Cups. Queen of Swords. And so many tarot decks are just so filled with light these days as well. Queen of Pentacles, that's another beautiful one with the rainbow colours. So there's so many to choose from. Oh, the Queen of Wands, I love this card as well. So again, symbolises the fire signs, so Leo, Aries and Sagittarius. The black cat is associated with psychic gift, intuition. So the card of the seer, I feel like this one is, or clairvoyant. King of Swords. King of Pentacles. All the greens in that one. Feels very earthy, connected to nature, you know, that type of, like, you know, you could imagine him in the forest. Death. So again, I'm going to show you, because again, the Death card in tarot does scare some people. And again, the Death card is not about a physical death. It is about renewal, transformation, an ending of a situation in your life, but also the beginning of something new. So, you know, it can actually be a card that is welcomed. You know, it could be you're experiencing a death of some kind, so it could be grieving the loss of something or someone, you know, at the end of a relationship. But can you see the difference? So that's the original Rider-Waite version. And then this is Carol's version in the Starlight. Even the Grim Reaper looks like he's quite relaxed in this one compared to this one. Hanged Man. So these are all the cards that you'd think are kind of quite shocking in Rider-Waite, but when you see Carol's version, all the fear's taken away. And I just love this one. So let me find the Hanged Man and the original Rider-Waite again to show you. So the aim with this exercise is to kind of take the fear away from the tarot, really, because, you know, I think over the years and in the past, there has been kind of negative association. But I believe if you are doing readings with the highest of intentions and you're working with spirit and your guides, then it can only ever be for the greatest good. And it's all about setting that intention as well. And so, you know, nobody should feel upset from a reading or depressed, you know. And I feel like if someone goes away feeling really upset, you know, and traumatized, then as a tarot reader, you've not done the job in providing that person with hope, reassurance or comfort, because this is why people come to you. You know, it's your gift of healing to kind of be that counsellor to that person in their hour of need. There we go. So that's the original Hanged Man, and then that's Carol's version. There's actually not too much difference in the size, but because I've kind of been holding one slightly in front of the other, it does look slightly bigger. But if I see, it's not that much bigger, is it really? So I have to say they're a great size for shuffling. And the last one is Wheel of Fortune. Love this one as well. It's a great card to finish on there. So I'll just show you how they shuffle so you can see. Because they're laminated and glossy, they shuffle like butter basically. And I mean, you could, if you don't like cards that are slightly larger, because I would say they're slightly bigger than tarot, but smaller, just a bit smaller than oracle cards. So if you like oracle card sizes, then I'd definitely go for the large. But if you don't like bigger cards, I'd maybe go for the medium. I can't shuffle like they do in the casinos, so that's as best as I could show you, really. But from other demonstrations I've seen on YouTube with people that shuffle in that way, they are really easy to shuffle and they are so robust. I mean, I think they'll last forever. And the thing is as well, with a collector's piece like this, you do want to take care of them. You don't want to damage them in any way. So that concludes your flip through of all of the cards from the Starlight Illuminated Tarot. It's an amazing deck. It's exceeded expectation. I mean, I knew it was going to be amazing, but when I got it, oh my goodness, just wow. I've just felt really emotional to actually hold them in my hands, and I feel so blessed. So please do check out Carol's work. Email her directly if you do want to order a deck or inquire about what she may have available. Because of coronavirus, there may be some difficulty in sourcing a particular deck in the format that you were looking for, but just ask the question. She's really sweet, and she'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And enjoy the work if and when you do receive a deck. Because she's in America as well, if you are overseas or in the UK, just bear in mind that there is a fee to pay for expedition to the UK, and there's also a customs charge as well, so it can be quite costly. I think for the large size deck, I think I paid $87. I think it's around that, or $89. But you know, for me it's an investment and I'll cherish them forever. So but obviously depending on the size they are different prices, but if you go to her website you'll be able to check it out. So what I'll do in the description, I'll put a link to her website as well for anybody that is interested in her work, so you can explore further. So much love to you all. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you really soon. Take care. Bye.